Hello, Cleveland Children's Museum families. My name is Savannah, and I'm a yoga instructor here in the Cleveland area, just providing you a little yoga flow that you can do at home with your entire family. So if you'd like to join me, go ahead, roll out a mat, or if you don't have a mat, you can use a blanket or a nice carpeted area. But having a seat, whether you're on your shins or a nice cross-legged seated position, we'll get started. So coming down to whatever seat that works for you, we're just going to start with that breath. So bringing your hands to your belly, think as if you're filling up a balloon with your breath. Inhale, fill it all the way up. And then exhale. We're going to do 2 more breaths like that. As you inhale, fill up the belly. And exhale. Very nice. One more big breath in. And exhale. And then you're going to go ahead and bring your hands to your shoulders. And then bringing them up towards your ears and rolling them back, doing a couple of circles in one direction. And then going the other way. Very good. And then bringing your hands to the top of your head. So think about pressing your head up into your hands to really grow tall, but then still also plugging down into the floor. So like you're plugging your phone or your computer into charge and taking a nice deep breath in to fill up that belly, but keep pressing those head into the hands and exhale. So keeping that spine long, keeping those shoulders away from your ears. We're going to take a couple lion's breaths before we get moving. So again, finding that big belly breath in, keeping the crown of the head reaching long. And then this time you're going to open up the mouth and stick out your tongue. So you breathe in and like a lion roaring as you inhale. Nice. Stick out the tongue, make a loud noise. Inhale. And then hopefully you brush your teeth. Otherwise, you might have some stinky breath. One more time. Very good. So we're going to move from that lion to some cat and cows. So you're going to come into a tabletop position. So your knees are going to be underneath your hips. Your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. And then you're going to find a cow pose. So dropping your belly to the floor, lift your head. You can even move like a cow. And then rounding through the back like a cat, lifting the back of your heart up. And you can even meow if you want. So as you take your heart forward, you drop your belly, you find that cow pose. And then you lift and you tuck your chin to your chest and find that cat. And you can move and meow. But keeping that breath as you move and meow. And really get into it if you want to. How long can you move? Or maybe even kind of hiss with that cat. One more round here as you breathe in and you exhale. Very good, you guys. So we're going to come forward all the way onto your belly here. And you're going to think of yourself like a snake as you slither up. You hiss. You keep your feet down, your heart goes up, and then you release. Bring your right cheek to the floor. Take a breath here. Inhale, fill up that belly. Maybe that lion's breath out. And then maybe you hiss as you come up for that cobra, that snake pose. And then lower down. Bring your left cheek to the floor. Take that breath in. Lion's breath out. And then one more time as you hiss. And then coming all the way down. And then you're going to take your hips back towards your feet. As you come into a child's pose, your head comes to the floor. Your arms reach long forward. Maybe even shake your hips out from side to side. Taking one more breath here. And then coming forward again, you're going to keep your arms straight this time as you take your legs back. So we call this an upward facing dog. Your hips go down, your heart goes up, and you can even howl at the moon if you want. And then you're going to tuck your toes under. You're going to take your hips up and back as you lift your knees, and this is your downward facing dog. So go ahead, you can take your dog for a walk, bending into one knee and the other. Maybe even like shake out your tail a little bit here. And then you fill up that belly, lion's breath out. And then as you go ahead, walk your hands back towards your feet at the back of your mat. So we're going to take an elephant walk here, interlacing your hands at the back of your mat. You can take your feet a little bit wider apart. So think like elephants don't really move all that fast. So dragging your knuckles, arms like a trunk, kind of coming up to the front of your mat, nice and slow, dragging those knuckles across the floor if you can, all the way up. And when you get to the top of your mat, you're going to go ahead, start to slowly come up, rounding through that spine. And then when you get to the top, reach your arms, lift your gaze. And then exhale, fold back forward. Very nice. And then you're going to plant your hands down, step your right leg back, step your left leg back, bring your knees back down, straighten those arms, howl at the moon. And then tuck your toes. Lift your hips high again to the sky. Your bottom goes up. Maybe you pedal out the feet. Maybe you walk that dog. You shake that tail. Take another deep breath in. Lion's breath out. And then again, you're going to walk those hands back to your feet. Take your feet wider apart. And we'll do that elephant walk. Can you go even slower this time as you interlace and you walk it forward? Let your head be heavy, really swaying and take up a lot of room, going from one side to the other. And then again, when you get to the top, you're going to release those hands. You're going to slowly round up through the spine. And then this time when you come up, you're going to go ahead, we're going to find a little balance here. So if you need a wall, you can go ahead and step to it. But you're going to bring your right leg up and grab a hold with your right hand. Very good. And then see if you are at the wall. Can you let go of it and grow tall, right, through the top of that head? And then that right knee is going to point down to the floor. And as you push into your left foot, very good. And keep breathing into that belly. And then exhale, you're going to release. So I call this Flamingo, right? So we're going to do the other side here, pressing that right foot down. And sometimes one foot's better than the other. And then can you find that Flamingo again as you grab a hold of your left foot, press down through the right, lift up through your heart, lift through the crown of the head, and then finding that balance on the one foot. Very good. And then going ahead, you're going to release that foot back down. And then you're going to step that left foot back to the back of your mat. You're going to take a very wide stance here. So you want your back foot to line up with the back of your mat, but you want your right toes to point forward and your knee over your ankle. And you find this warrior pose. So think of yourself like a strong warrior ready to go out into battle. Really pressing down through the feet, reaching up, but soften those shoulders. Very nice. Taking another deep breath in here. Fill up that belly. Exhale, lion's breath. And then going ahead, you're going to straighten your front leg, and this is your triangle pose. So you've got from one foot to the other, up to your hips. Get a nice triangle. Right hand comes down to your shin. Left arm goes up. Take a deep breath in. And out. Very good. One more inhale. And exhale. And then you're going to come back up, all the way up. And then you're going to bring your right toes to face the same as your left. Good. And then we're going to take one nice forward fold here so your legs are really wide. And you're going to bring your hands to the floor as you drop your head. And then can you walk your hands over towards your right foot? Can you find your right foot for me? Very good. And then can you walk them over and find your left toes? Nice. And then we're going to come back to the center. And you're going to slowly come all the way back up. So you're going to keep your right foot exactly how it is. And then you're going to turn your left toes to face the back of your mat. So now we bend into that left knee. You take those arms out. Yes, and now you're back to that warrior right here. Nice and strong. Feel that strength through your arms, strength in your legs. Very good. Take a deep breath in. Lion's breath out. And then you're going to straighten that left leg. Find that triangle again. As you bring that left hand down, your right arm goes up. Breathing in and out. One more inhale. And exhale. And then inhale as you come up. You're going to go ahead, turn those left toes to face the same, and now find your star pose. So reach your arms, reach your legs, and then smile, shine bright like a star. And then exhale, you're going to bring your hands down and fold back forward. And then start to walk your feet in towards you. And then you're just going to sit down in the middle of your mat as you bring your hips down. You can go ahead and face me, and I'll go sideways for you. So we're going to come into a little crab walk, crab poses. So we're just going to bring your feet flat and your hands behind you so you look like a crab, and you're just going to take a walk up to the front of your mat. Very good. And then crab walk to the back of your mat. And then can you come back forward one more time to the top of your mat? Nice. And then can you go back to the middle? Perfect. Press both feet, both hands, and then lift your belly button up to the sky. Very good. Lower those hips down, touch your mat, and then lift the belly button. One more time as you breathe in. Exhale, lift the belly button to the sky. And then as you bring your hips back down, you're going to cross your right leg over your left. So you make this 4, this number 4 with your legs here. And the heart goes forward if you need to. Walk your left leg out a little longer. Nice. So from the front, it would look like this. You got that number 4. Very good. And then take another deep breath here. Reach your heart forward. And then release that right foot down. Left leg comes across. Open that knee. Lift the heart. And exhale. One more big breath in. And then out. Bring both feet down so that they touch. You're going to make a diamond shape. So knees go out wide. Feet touch. And you can take your feet as far out as you need to. But find that length through the spine. Breathe into that belly. And if you want to, you can see if you can walk your hands out a little further. But you don't have to. So take a deep breath in. Fill up that belly. And exhale. Yeah, breathe in. Lion's breath out. One more big breath in. And out. And then you're going to take your feet nice and wide so that your toes point up to the sky. And you're going to reach over towards that left foot with the left hand. Reach up and over with the right. Really stretch through that right side. Taking a deep breath in. And then exhale as you come up. Reach your right hand towards your right foot. And then reach that left arm up and over. Very good. Breathe in. And out. And then inhale when you come back up. You're going to bring both legs together. both feet together. You're going to reach the arms up high to the sky. And exhale, fold. And see if you can get to your toes. Maybe it's just your ankles. But just drop your head. Take a few breaths here as you inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. And out. One more big breath in. And out. Very good. Inhale as you come back up. And we're coming into our final pose, all the way laying down onto your back. We call this corpse pose. Just finding a moment of stillness here. So we're going to take one more big lion's breath. Feet are just rolling down the mat. Arms are just resting at your sides, but you fill up that belly. You can even bring your hands to it again. Open up the mouth, exhale. And then see if you can count to 10 and not move at all. Keeping your eyes closed. Keeping that body still. And then once you've got to 10, you're going to reach your toes long. You're going to reach your arms up in a way like you're stretching, waking that body up in the morning, or waking up from a nice gooey nap. And then you're going to squeeze your knees into your chest and give yourself a really big hug. Ball up nice and tight. And then you can start to rock up and back, side to side. And then see if you can roll onto your right side here. And press yourself back up to a nice seated position. So whatever works best for you, but we're going to take one more breath together. So again, you can bring your hands to your belly. If you want to, you can bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart. But closing your eyes and taking in the biggest breath you've taken so far. Open up the mouth, exhale. Opening up your eyes. And thanking you guys so much for joining me today. If you ever need to, you can come do this flow together. You can do it as many times as you want, but enjoy the rest of your day and stay happy and healthy.